Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks. Hey, good beard. So this is my entry. I have noticed I do follow some other whiskey channels, and I did notice that they did a best of 2019, and it was their best of. So this one is my best of 2019. Now, I will say this: some of these whiskeys are probably not from 2019, like this William LaRue Weller. I didn't taste it until this year, till 2020. This is the 2018 William LaRue. Now, this Clyde Mays cask year 10 strength, Clyde Mays 10-year cask strength, I purchased in 2019, but it was early 2019, but it could have very well been bottled in 2018. Same with the Rare Breed, and even the Four Roses single barrel select barrel strength. So all of these are barrel strength from left to right, my left, your right. We have George T. Stagg, Four Roses barrel strength, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Clyde Mays 10-year cask strength, William LaRue Weller, and Elijah Craig. Hush, hush, I have got important work to do. Elijah Craig batch C919. So I have them all in these little bottles. They're all marked on the bottom. And hush, they're all marked on the bottom. And I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible because I've got about 15 minutes before somebody's coming to pick me up. So I'll record as much as I can, and then I might come back wearing a different shirt later on. So we're just going to go ahead and start on the right. I have them all marked on the bottom. I'm gonna do what I can. I'll go ahead and pour them up. Should have poured them up before I started. That's alright. I'll just pour up the first three, and depending on how I feel, my time limit, if it looks like it's starting to go, then I'll just stop at the first three and finish whenever I get back tomorrow or something. So this might be a two-part video. We'll see. So first bottle on the right. We'll see how it goes. Ooh, it's like all honey, caramel. And I know what you're thinking. They're all barrel proof. Of course, because that's what I like. So I've had all of these recently, so they're all fairly familiar except for this one. Haven't had it in a while. This is actually an unopened bottle. I liked it so much that I went and bought two, and I just never cracked the second one. But I did hold on to a 2-ounce pour from the first bottle. So really spicy, very honeyed on the beginning. Really nice finish. If I had to rate them right now on a 1 to 10 scale, well, I don't want to rate these, but the finish is long, but then it gets to a certain point and then it's just nothing. Now I do understand, like, over time a finish is going to draw out and it's going to end, but it's not lingering, to say the least. It's like a medium finish. Oh, this one smells beautiful. Come here. Why are you so whiny? You don't whine at me all day long. And then I come in here to record videos, and you're like, fucking look at me! I just want to slap you. I want to slap you really hard. I don't like being mean to dogs, but you really want me to do it. So this one smells like perfume almost. Or a nice, I don't know, man. That smells really nice. Wonderful flavor. Very oily, thick. Makes your mouth salivate. That's the kind of whiskeys I like. Whiskeys that make you salivate over and over and over again. That long finish, yeah, that's a really, really nice pour. So just between those two, I think I would slide that one forward a little bit. And I'm gonna have to come back and finish this one later. I'm sorry. So it's gonna be a two-parter, or I don't know. I'll just record it later, and I'm gonna have to release it later. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't plan these out. I just kind of I wanted to do this one, but I just for whatever reasons today they're a little private. I didn't get started whenever I should have. So this one smells. They all smell great. I don't even know why I'm going by smell, but. So that one, and I'm trying not to think what these are. I really am. I'm trying to keep that out of my mind. Who's calling me? So I have a feeling I know what these are, but I don't want to think about that. What? Will you quit whining so much? Come up here and join the conversation. But that one, the finish on that one's still going. There was this slight spikiness to it that I didn't get on the other two. I don't know if I'm a fan of. Let me run back through them one more time. And I personally, I don't make the decision off the first sip. I like running back through them again because the whiskeys are going to interact with each other on your palate. And more often than not, I don't like to use a palate cleanser because I like to have the dominant flavored whiskey to overcome everything else. So that one, not near as strong as the other ones in comparison. But let's see how this one tastes. Come here. That second one's freaking delicious. And I think I will make this a two-parter. We'll figure out, I don't know, we'll figure out what's what and then go from there. So, just for recording purposes, out of these first three, I would have to pick that second glass as the winner. Now, I am going to come back and finish this, so I don't want to, you're going to see a slight break and it might change a little bit. I'll probably be wearing a different shirt or something, or it's going to be a little different. But glass number 2 is definitely a little bit above the rest. It's got all the flavors without all of the bad stuff. So like this one is getting lost with the other two. And it's got this, so I know I said one had that perfume note, but this one's got a very sharp note to it that in comparison with the other two, I'm not as much of a fan of. And the finish is not near as long as the other two. Still a damn good bourbon. But I'm gonna slide it back, so it's not gonna go on to the next. And I've got about 5 minutes, so I probably won't crack into these three. I'll just make this one long video and then I'll post it later. So, but pretty sure that the second glass is the one that I like the best. So the flavors on this one are wonderful. They all taste great. I mean, they wouldn't be my top bourbons if they didn't taste great. But it's got this weird note, and I can only compare it to like a very old bourbon has this sharp woody note, and in the past I've read like it has this astringent character, so that's why I'm not picking it first in this trio. So yeah, I will definitely not. I'm not going to pick that one first, and I'm not going to reveal anything. I'll continue it on. I wanted to post this on Saturday, but I'll probably post it Sunday. Bourbon burp. I stole that from another channel. So that's got the best of both worlds. It's got all the flavor, really long finish, nice characteristics, not hot at all. And I mean, these are all 116 plus proof. The lowest I believe is the rare breed at 116. Actually, Four Roses is the lowest at 57.4. What is that? Yeah, Four Roses is the lowest. So that one had all the flavor, but there was no lingering burn. Enjoyability, and I'm going to go off taste and enjoyability. So if the burn is too high and it's hard to enjoy it by itself, then that's going to be a limiting factor. So glass number 2 is going to go on, and then we'll figure it out. I don't want to look at it right now, but we'll come back. If it looks weird when I come back, you know what? I will, screw it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. So I picked that one second, that one third, and then we'll do a 2-part series and figure out what's what. So in last place finish on this first part, we had William LaRue Weller. WLW in the last place finish. And in the second place we had, oh no, George T. Stagg. Oh man, I might have to mix these up and do them again. And then in first place it was the Clyde Mays 10-year cask strength. That's so wild. I might have to do these again. I might have to film this. This might just be a 3-part series because I don't know if I can do this justice. So I'll knock out the next trio, which obviously is it's going to be Elijah Craig, Rare Breed, and Four Roses. So that's going to be a fun one. So anyway, Clyde May's 10-year cast strength just beat out George T. Stagg and William LaRue Weller in my book. So I might do these again. We'll just do a couple videos. Hey, whatever. We'll get to the bottom of it, as they say. Anyway, that's all I got on this one. Stay tuned for the next part for these other three, and then I might mix them up again and do 2 more. So we'll make sure we find the best bourbon that I've had in 2019. All right, don't forget, check the description below for all the links to help out around the house with all the bills and chores. Check out the Bearded Idiots. Like always, drink some whiskey. Yep, that's Weller. Be safe. Have a good night. Y'all be careful. Don't drink and drive, by the way. Alright, I'm back for the next part of this. So if you're tuning in, if you're stuck watching me this far, this is just going to be the continuation of me trying to figure out which of these 6 bourbons taste the best. So just to recap, in the first part, the Clyde Mays beat out the George T. Stagg and William LaRue Weller. So what we're going to do, I'm going to run through these next 3. and we'll... Why do you always do this to me? I'm just gonna slap you and beat you to death. Jeez. I'm just trying to record whiskey videos. That's all I want to do, Bonnie. I mean, I'll put you outside if you want. But you don't want to be outside. Because then you whine when you're outside too long. So, hush. You hush. You hush, you. You go lay down. Alright, so we're going to figure out which one of these 3. And as you can see in the beginning of this video, you figured out which one was the best one of the bunch. But this is just me explaining how I got to that point. I know this is a long video, but stick around. It'll be fun. So that's just delicious smelling. Try not to think about which one's which. It's hard not to think about which one's which, because you taste it and you're like, oh, I know what that taste is. So, very good flavors. Today it kind of, I don't know, maybe it's something that I ate, and that's why I like this process that I'm going to explain to you over the next several little clips. Your palate's going to change depending on what you eat from day to day. So this this video was filmed over the course of a couple days. And then I'm going to mix these up, and you'll see that they're all going to get to go. I'm going to try to just drink every single last bit of this to figure out which one's the best. So what? Remember, from the first clip, we're going off of taste and enjoyability alone. What is the best flavors and the easiest to drink, the best taste, and something that's just not going to blow you out of the water. Those 2 right there are pretty even, and I'm pretty sure I know what they are. I kind of regret looking to see what those were, but oh well. So right off the bat, that was the hottest one of the bunch. And it could be a combination of proof and probably a higher rye percentage in the mash bill. Very spicy. I think it's the spice of the grain and not the proof that's giving me that extra heat, so to speak. So still really good flavors, but in this setting right now, I'm not really digging that one as much. I'm gonna run back through them one more time, and then we'll figure out which one the best at this point is the best one of these three. Really good flavors. Although there's this really sharp woody note that in this setting, it's not really, compared to the other two, it's not really just like, I'm not really feeling it, you know what I mean, so to speak, at the moment. It does taste good. And mind you, I don't have a problem drinking any of these 6. But in this setting, we're trying to find the best of the best. All around flavors from that one, good spice, not a whole lot of heat, very enjoyable. So right now I'm kind of leaning more towards this middle glass. I think I might know what it is, but I was completely thrown off on the last one, so I'm not even going to try not to think about that. So we'll see how this last one is, then we'll pick a winner. Very sharp on the palate. It's not a badness. It's not bad, but very sharp. Incredibly drying, which I'm personally not a fan of. On the second run through, it's the only one that was really starting to dry my mouth out. Combined with the heat and the spice, not as enjoyable as the other two. And it's still burning my tongue. So, like, my whole mouth right now is on fire. Compared to the other two, it's got the most heat, most feeling of heat. So yeah, I'd probably have to go 1, 2, 3 on this one. So with that said, we'll go ahead and figure out which one's which. I really think it was the Four Roses, Elijah Craig, and Rare Breed. I was wrong on the last one. I was really surprised, but let's see what it is. Ooh! I was wrong. I should have remembered the heat. So the third place one was Elijah Craig. That's wild. Second place, ooh, I was wrong all the way around. This one's gonna be fun. Second place was Rare Breed, and the first one that won that round was Four Roses. So I was stumped both sets, both times. So this is going to be interesting. Well, stay tuned. We're going to continue this on because we're going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to give me something to eat, wait a couple of hours. I'm going to come back and do another little recording. We're going to mix them up. I'm going to clean my glasses, and we're just going to do it again. We're going to find the best of the best, because that was really surprising that in the first two little rounds, that Clyde May's 10-year and the Four Roses barrel strength beat out the other 4. So, all right. So stay tuned. We're gonna finish this up. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these glasses. I'll come back in a little bit, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna figure out what's what and which one's the best. So stay tuned. We're back again. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get into it. No need explaining. Let's try to do this as quickly as possible. We'll do 3 again. I think what we'll do is, I really would like to just get through the entire sample of each, and then at the very end decide what's what. Oh no. You hush. Alright, so I've been going right to left. I mixed them up so they're in a completely different order as far as I know. No. No. Mm-mm. It's sweet for sure. Got a spiky presence to it. Good flavors all around though, but I had a little bit of a drying effect. Y'all know I'm not a fan of that, so I don't know about that one. I mean, on any given day of the week, I'd have no problem drinking that. But when we're trying to find the best of the best, or the best of my best, we got to take everything into account. Overall, I like the flavors on that one a lot better. Has more oak presence to it. Not a lot of spice. Not too much burn. It's not drying. So I would probably pick that one over the first one. You're making this really awkward trying to drink and pet you at the same time so you'll be quiet. You know that, right? You know you're a pain in the ass, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think I would definitely pick that one, that last one, over the other two. But like always, I'm gonna run back through it again, and we'll see. You hush. I'm gonna karate chop you. Hey. Yeah, compared to the other two, not as big of a fan compared to the other two. So I would say that one's probably last on the list. And I don't know. Well, I don't know how long this is going to take, folks. So just stick around. I'll put information at the beginning so you can fast forward, unless you want to sit here and just watch me drink whiskey. super hot for sure. Good flavors, but the heat is it's a little overwhelming, just a little overwhelming. So it kind of makes it hard to enjoy the whiskey because there's so much heat. So let me taste this last one, and then we'll pause, go through the other three, and then I think we'll just try to narrow it down. Yeah, I think that third one. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. What? Can I choke you? Can I just choke you for a minute? Just grab you and choke you and. So irritating. Anyway, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then what we'll do, I'm gonna pause. We're gonna take a break. I'm gonna go through the other three, and then what we'll do is we'll match up third place against third place, second place against second place, and then first place against first place, and find a winner that way. So, all right. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back for this second, third round, whatever it is now. So we're gonna go ahead and bust through these real quick. Oh my God. I'm gonna murder your face. So we're gonna bust off through these real. We're gonna bust up. You hush. You hush now. We're gonna bust off through these real quick, or try to, if I can keep Bonnie from interrupting so much. But I'm just gonna taste, whatever, and figure out first, second, third of these three. Take a short break. Start some dinner, and we'll knock them out one by one. We'll knock them out. So sorry it's such a long video. Fast forward it. I'll put timestamps down below, so whatever. Enjoy, folks. I'm doing this for you. A lot of heat, really good flavors though. Not a whole lot of heat, but overall really tasty. Not bad, not bad. Again, a lot of heat. Has this weird little funky note that compared to the first one wasn't as tasty. So this is, mind you, and I've said it before, all 6 of these bourbons are delicious in their own right by themselves. But when you do tastings like this and you put stuff against each other, mano a mano, then what's up, huh? You want to just come all the way up here? There you go. Just sit there and whine all day long and just wow. But anyway, sorry, I lost train of thought. I got distractions here. She's waving at you guys. That one is freaking delicious. It's got all the characteristics that I enjoy in a good, strong bourbon. Super long finish. Not much bite at all. And like I said, all of these are 114 plus. I think the Four Roses was the least. It's 114.8, 57.4. So it's the least in alcohol content. It's the least of the group. I think I said that correct. What was this one? Oh yeah, the George T is only 116.9. So it's almost identical to the rare breed. Let's run back through them real quick. Good flavors, but it started to, as soon as I put it in my mouth, as soon as I started chewing on it, it immediately started drying my mouth out, which some people like. Me personally, I'm not a fan of. I've had a lot of scotches in the past that would just dry you out. When you wake up and you have horrible cotton mouth and it feels like you've been sitting there sucking on a campfire all night long. I can't just stop touching you for 2 seconds. I'm gonna just pull your ears off. Jesus Christos. That was really good, but it's got this weird little sharp note going on, and it's got a nuttiness, but it's almost reminds me of the nuttiness that I get from like the Jack Daniel's single barrel. So if I had to pick, I'd probably take this one over that one. The second one over the whatever. 1, 2, 3. But this one, if I'm correct in my thoughts, this one should beat the rest of these. Yeah, that's just caramely, oily, super long finish, a little bit of spice on it. I actually felt like it cooled the palate down a little bit as soon as you tasted it. Are you getting hungry? Is that what it is? Are you whining because you're hungry? Or are you just an attention whore and you want me to pet you and touch you all day long? Or except when you're sleeping. She don't care. Like, she can sleep on the couch all day long. Not move, not whine, no peep out of her. She's like, I'm good, I'm sleeping, leave me alone. The second I hit start and I start talking to the camera, it's you. I'm gonna pinch your cheeks off. Alright, so let me taste these first two again. I'm gonna do this one. Even though this one has the drying effect, I still think the flavors might be a little bit better than that one. So yeah, I'm gonna go first, second, and third. So now we have our finalists. We're gonna do those two, and then those two. So these two will be for the first place, first and second, third and fourth, and fifth and sixth. So I'm gonna take a quick break, cleanse the palate. I'll be back, and we'll at least figure out what these last two are, and we'll go down the list. So I'm not even gonna worry about rinsing out the glasses. Use the same glasses. I'll be back here in a minute. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So we're gonna go ahead and knock out fifth and sixth place. I'll give the results at the very end. So I'll post that in the description. If you're here this far and you want to go ahead and fast forward, the results will be in the description as far as the timestamp. So without further ado, I just fed her. Go finish eating. You go finish eating. Go eat. Go eat your food. Go eat. So it's got this sharp perfume note, not quite like the Willet products, but in that same direction. Very drying. I can see why I picked this one close to the end, because it has all the characteristics that I'm not that big of a fan of. It still tastes good, but as far as me personally, in this setting today, it's probably not going to be my favorite. Well, I think I might change my mind. Mind you, I'm tasting all this on an empty stomach. About to fire up the grill. Me and Gene was supposed to come over. I hadn't heard from him all day, so looks like I'll be eating steak by myself. Sorry about your luck. But anyway, so in this setting right now, I need to go see my chiropractor. This one is probably going to be sixth place. Yeah, it's got that funky little nutty note that, although it's a good bourbon, in this setting, it doesn't compare to the other five. So let me take one more sip of this one before I make my final judgment. Yeah, they both have similarity, or they both have characteristics that I found in other whiskeys that I didn't care for too much. Those other whiskeys had a bigger presence as far as the characteristic that I didn't like. And mind you guys, please don't, I'm not calling any of these other, I mean, unless it's Crown Royal Texas Mesquite, because that's just straight trash. These other whiskeys, I have nothing against them. It's just not my personal preference. So, I think I've made it. This one, this glass right here. This glass right here. I'm going to set it set it over here next to this speaker arm or microphone arm. That one's going to be 6th place. Yeah, that one's going to be 5th place. So, go ahead and get rid of these glasses. I'm going to karate chop the shit out of you. Alright, I'm going to take another quick break, cleanse my palate once more, come back, figure out 3rd and 4th, go light the fire, and I'll be right back. Alright, back again. So we're going to go ahead and knock this one out real quick. No dilly dallying around, just all business. Feels like it's just a touch thin on the palate. I mean, it tastes great. They all taste great, don't get me wrong. But it's a little thin in this setting. So, it's going to be a mark against it. Yeah, so I'm not even going to worry about going any further on this one. This bottle right here is going to be 4th place. We'll slide these glasses off to the side. This bottle here is going to be 3rd place. So those are respectively. Line the glasses up respectively. Alright, so down to the top 2. Go ahead and pour these up real quick. Got my coals lit. Got fire lit. It's going to be a one-man show tonight. Nothing wrong with that. If you've stuck around this far, just a little tidbit of information. I have had my first arraignment. So I've decided to seek out the help of a legal professional. And I've got a meeting here in the next consultation here in the next couple days. Figure out what my options are. There ain't nothing wrong with that whiskey at all. Like nothing. Good flavor, no burn, slight cooling effect, no dryness, very oily, it makes your mouth salivate. That's a freaking awesome whiskey, whatever that is. Yeah, anyway. So this one starts to heat up on the palate towards the end, but the finish is super long. Super long, it's still going. All right, I'm gonna take one more sip and then I'm gonna make my final decision, and then we'll be done with this war of attrition. Now I'm just right now, I'm not even worrying about flavor. It's just pure enjoyability. Mouthfeel, all that good stuff. That one's freaking wonderful. Alright, last sip. And then I think I'm going to make my mind up. So, I think the deciding factor in this one is going to be the heat present in the second one. They're both fantastic, but the second one has a spiciness and a heat after you swallow it that just, and some people like it, and I don't dislike it, but then in this setting, as far as just pure enjoyability of drinking the whiskey, I would have to go with this glass right here. That one right there. So, that's how it is right there. Got a little bit left in the top four, nothing left in the bottom ones. So, let's go ahead and figure out what sixth place is. In sixth place, we have, wow, that's a surprise. That is a surprise, because from the beginning, like, this one won out. This is the Clyde Mays 10-year cask strength. So that is surprising. And that's why I wanted to do this the way I did, because I went through them first. Clyde Mays won in that first very bracket. Watch back, go watch and remember. Clyde Mays won in the very first bracket against William LaRue Weller and George T. Stagg. And then over the last day and a half, 2 days-ish, started this yesterday and finishing it today. And I'm pretty clean on my palate that it came in last. And I'm surprised, but not so much surprised at the same time, because I still think it's a really good whiskey. So, Clyde Mays 10-year cask strength, which is where you at, right here. I thought it was good enough at the time. I still think it's good enough. Oh shit, I've looked at it. All right, fifth place. Fifth place is William LaRue Weller, 2018. This one right here. William LaRue Weller 2018 came in fifth place. And I kind of had a feeling that was going to end up that way. All right, fourth place. I'll call out fourth, third, and then I'll go for first place. So fourth place, we have George T. Stagg. So two of the Buffalo Trace. It's totally good. I mean, it's super delicious. But in this setting, something about it didn't appeal to me, so I got knocked back. So in fourth place, I had George T. Stagg. Now in third place, so just to recap, we've got Clyde Mays is out, George T. Stagg is out, and then William LaRue Weller is out. So in my top three, which this goes without saying, that I've pretty much sing praises to these two all the time, and they're in my top three. So in third place, we have Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch C919. So still wonderful bourbon. And you guys watched it. I mean, this is going to be upwards of 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm glad I did it the way I did. Came back, reviewed, re-reviewed multiple times, figured out. So we got one that is readily available on the shelf, and one that was a goody store pick. We'll see what we got. So we'll just go ahead and second place. We'll read off second place. Yeah, we'll go ahead and read off first place. So in first place of my best bourbons, I'm gonna say bourbons because I'm not a fan of low entry proof bourbon or low proof bourbons, whatever. But easy. My best bourbon over the course of the last year plus is Wild Turkey Rare Breed, RB. That means in second place we have Four Roses single barrel strength. You know what? I was really hoping, and y'all watch this video. I didn't cheat. I didn't look at it. I mixed them up several times, round robin, broke it down. I mean, and I really hope that this video doesn't cause, and I don't think it will. I don't have the viewership. I don't have the pull. I don't have the, I just don't have the clout to cause an uproar in the bourbon community and to cause any kind of scarcity. But if you're watching this right now, Wild Turkey Rare Breed, it's where it's at. It won out, and I'm not surprised, but I am surprised at the same time that of all of these top tier whiskeys, and I personally think this is actually a 10-year Wild Turkey that was sourced. Hey, Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Oh man, it's so good. All right, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around this long. I got some food to cook. I'm hungry, starving. I've been waiting a couple hours to eat so I can keep my palate cleansed. Don't forget, check the description below for all the links to help out around the house with the bills and the chores and whatnot. Check out the Bearded Idiots. Like always, drink some whiskey, share with your friends and family. Have a nice day. Be safe. Don't drink and drive, and we'll see you next time.